Yeah, hi there, Fong. This is Michael. I'm the founder, owner, and the materials writer for the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And I'm going to go ahead and give you some comments on your integrated speaking practice test number 3. And you've also paid to have the additional service for me to help you and to give you more specific feedback with your pronunciation and your speaking of American English. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. All right, so first of all, let me go over to the Voxy Pop Talk group. Okay, where I can take a look at what you've done. And probably, okay, let's say, okay, here you go, right here, okay. Now, it looks like you recorded the same practice test twice, so let's listen to both of them, and then I'll see what kinds of comments I want to give. Most likely, I'll focus on your second one. Okay, let's listen to the first one now. It's 58 seconds.
According to the announcement, the price of parking tickets will be raised from $35 to $50 as of April 15 to prevent students from parking illegally along the street. The man agrees with the announcement about the new price of parking tickets. First, he thinks that by parking in front of the shops near campus, students are hurting the businesses because they are preventing customers from parking there. Secondly, he thinks that raising money to build new parking lots close to campus is a good idea because the current lot is too far away. It often takes him a half hour to get to class. If the lot were closer, students would not have to spend a lot of time walking to class from their cars. According to the announcement, the university will no longer be providing free printing paper in the student computer lab. The woman disagreed with the university.
Okay, so these are actually two different speaking tasks. Okay, so let's go to the first one again. So this is called a free topic.
According to the announcement, the price of parking tickets will be raised from $35 to $50 as of April 15.
Okay, be careful in your pronunciation there. So the word price, the price, and then $35 to $50. So it almost sounded like you were saying $15. Now, this is a integrated speaking practice test. I don't believe it's one of my topics, but you can certainly use it. You can do whatever you want, right? So, okay, so first of all, you can probably improve your pronunciation a little bit, but it looks like you do have a topic statement that kind of sets up what's happening in the speech.
Prevent students from parking illegally along the street. The man agrees with the announcement about the new price of parking tickets.
So you might do something like this. You might say the reading passage presents an announcement about a new policy, and then the man discusses his reaction to the new policy, or the students discuss their reaction to the new policy. So that might be a little bit better way to introduce the announcement and the conversation.
First, he thinks that by parking in front of the shops near campus, students are hurting the businesses.
I'm not sure what you're saying. Hold on, let me go back a minute.
First, he thinks that by parking in front of the shops near campus.
Parking in front of the suburbs on campus, I think you might be leaving out part of the word there or mispronouncing that word, so that word is unclear.
Students are hurting the businesses because they are preventing customers from parking there.
So say students are hurting. Hurting.
Secondly, he thinks that.
Don't forget the S. He thinks That. Don't forget that S ending.
Raising money to build new parking lot close to campus is a good idea because the current lot is too far away.
That was good. Good grammar there. You had a complex type sentence there demonstrating your knowledge of advanced grammar.
It often takes him a half hour.
I would say there, it often takes him
To get to class. If the lot were closer, students would not have to spend a lot of time walking to class from.
That was actually good grammar. If the lot were closer, the students would not have to spend. You're using what's called the simple past to talk about present and possible conditions. Very good grammar.
Occurs.
Okay, let's stop there. So, if we take a look at the rubrics for this particular speaking task, let me go ahead and take a look at the integrated speaking. Now, I'm not familiar with the announcement or the lecture. You probably picked something from a TOEFL book, something along those lines. Now, I'm assuming that you have accurately presented the information, right? I'm going to make that assumption. Now, I think here probably you could do a little bit better in the topic statement, how you begin your speech. So when you begin it, I would recommend that you start off stating what the purpose of the announcement and the conversation is. So you might say the announcement discusses a new policy on campus regarding parking, and the student or students discuss the new policy or react to the new policy. Something like that. So when you start the speech, make sure you start off with the main points from both sources. So that would be my major suggestion with topic development. Now, grammar and language use, I don't really have any other comments to say that you had very strong grammar. You're definitely using a combination of both basic and advanced vocabulary and grammar. So I think this is your strong point on this speech. Your weak point is delivery. So there were some problems in understanding certain words. So I would give you, I'm going to give you a score right now between 2.33 and 2.50. So between 18 and 19 points out of 30 on this particular speaking task. All right, let's go to the next one.
According to the announcement, the university will no longer be providing pre-printed paper in the student computer lab. The woman disagreed with the university's decision. First, she thinks that the university is wrong to conclude that students print materials related to schoolwork. She explains that everybody she knows, including herself, print all the scholarly materials at the last printer. Secondly, she thinks that using the money saved on printing paper to buy the new computers is not a good idea. She asserts that fewer students will use the lab if they are forced to use their own printing paper. Therefore, they will not pay the lab fee at the beginning of the semester, which means less money for school to purchase the new computer with.
Wow, that was pretty good. Very good organization on that. All right, let's go and listen to it bit by bit.
According to the announcement, the university will no longer be providing pre-printed paper in the student computer lab. The woman disagreed with the university's decision.
Yes, I like that. So you're connecting the two sources together. You connect the purpose of the announcement. You connect what the woman is saying in response to it, how she disagrees with it.
She thinks that the university is wrong to conclude that students print materials related to schoolwork.
So that students print, you're using what's called subjunctive, very advanced grammar there. The one thing I like about your speech so far, it's very easy to see when you're talking about the announcement or you're talking about the woman's opinion of the announcement. which means you're doing a good job summarizing other people's ideas, and you're using the simple present. That's a good strategy. Using the simple present tense to summarize, I think, is the appropriate verb tense to use.
As that everybody she knows, including herself, print all the scholarly materials.
I would say scholarly materials. No S on scholarly. Just say scholarly materials.
The last printer. Secondly, cities that uses money saved on.
You want to say uses? I think you want to say using here. Let me listen to it again.
Printer. Secondly, cities that uses money saved on printing paper to buy the new computers is not a good idea.
You want to use their using, not uses. Using is a gerund, and you can use gerunds as subjects. You can't say uses unless you want to say uses. But I think that you wanted to say they're using, U-S-I-N-G.
She assesses that few.
That's the word. Do you want to say she suggests? Let's listen to that word one more time.
New computers is not a good idea. She assesses that few.
I think you want to say she suggests that. You're having problems with the word suggest because you said she. You almost said she suggests. So you're having some problems pronouncing that verb.
Students will use the lab if they are forced to use their own printing paper. Therefore,
so if they're forced to use their own printed paper,
they will not pay the lab fee at the beginning of the semester, which means less money for school to purchase the new computer.
You want to say they're purchased, not purchase. Purchase, so that's a word stress problem. The stress on the word purchase is on the first syllable, not the second. Okay, this is actually pretty good. If I go back to the rubrics here, I think on this one, I don't see really any major problems with your topic development or your language use. I think it's very strong. Your only weakness here is your pronunciation. So I'm going to put you right now at about between 2.5 and 2.66 out of 4, 19 to 20 points out of 30 on that one. So you do have some minor problems with your accent and with your pronunciations of certain things. So that's the only reason. Just keep working hard. Remember, watching movies, listening to the radio, doing those kinds of things can be very, very effective in helping you speak more clearly. So keep up the good work.